The phone buzzed on my nightstand like a hornet trapped in glass, jolting me from the half-sleep I'd fallen into after another 12-hour shift. I glanced at the screen, and my blood turned to ice. Sarah. Her name glowed there, unchanged after 5 years of silence, like a ghost I'd buried but never quite forgotten. My thumb hovered, heart slamming against my ribs. Why now? What could she possibly want? I answered, my voice a rasp. Sarah. Mark, she whispered, her tone frayed at the edges, like she'd been crying. I need to talk to you. It's important. I sat up in the dim light of my one-bedroom apartment, the walls closing in. 5 years ago, I'd walked in on her, our bed, tangled sheets, another man's arms around her. The image flashed unbidden, her wide eyes, the stranger's smug grin. I'd slammed the door and never looked back. But now, her voice cracked open the scar tissue I'd built around my heart. Suspicion coiled in my gut, but I couldn't hang up. Not yet. It started small, those cracks in our marriage. We'd been together 10 years, married 8. Sarah was the light in my world, vibrant, with that laugh that could fill a room, her dark hair always smelling like vanilla from her shampoo. I worked construction, long hours under the sun, coming home bone-tired but grateful for her smile. But lately, she'd been distant. Just work stress, she'd say, pecking my cheek before burying herself in her phone. I'd nod, too exhausted to push. Denial is a warm blanket when suspicion nips at your heels. One evening, I came home early with flowers, anniversary surprise. The house was quiet, too quiet. Her car was in the driveway, but no lights on. I called her name, stepping inside. The air felt thick, charged. On the kitchen counter, her phone buzzed. I wasn't the type to snoop, but something pulled me. A text lit the screen. Can't wait for tonight. Miss you already. Jay. My stomach dropped. Jay. Who the hell was Jay? I scrolled up, heart pounding. Messages from weeks back. Your touch lingers. When can I see you again? Sarah's replies. Emojis, hearts. Soon, love. Love. The word hit like a punch. I set the phone down, hands shaking. No, this couldn't be. Maybe a friend. A joke. But the denial cracked as I paced the kitchen, replaying our last months. Late nights at the office. New lingerie I'd never seen her wear for me. That faint cologne on her clothes. Not mine. I confronted her that night over dinner. Who's Jay? I asked, forcing calm into my voice. She froze, fork midway to her mouth. What? Oh, that's just Jenna from work. We text about projects. Her eyes darted away, a tell I'd ignored too long. Jenna? The messages didn't read like work. But she smiled, touched my hand. You're paranoid, Mark. I love you. I want to believe her. God, I did. We made love that night, desperate and raw, like sealing a wound. But suspicion lingered, a shadow in the corners of our home. Days blurred into weeks. I became a detective in my own life, hating myself for it. I'd check her phone when she showered. More texts, deleted quickly, but fragments remained. Last night was incredible. I followed her once after work, tailing her car to a coffee shop where she met a man, tall, slick hair, laughing with her over lattes. They didn't touch, but her hand brushed his arm, intimate. I drove home alone, anger simmering. Who was he? A coworker? An old flame? The anger built slowly, a storm gathering. I'd snap at little things, dirty dishes, her forgetting groceries. What's wrong with you? She'd yell back. You're acting crazy. Maybe I was. But the trust eroded, grain by grain. Nights I'd lie awake, her breathing even beside me, wondering if she dreamed of him. Heartbreak wasn't an explosion. It was this slow bleed, suspicion turning to dread. Then came the day it shattered. I told her I had a late job, but I left early, feigning illness. Pulled up to the house quietly. Her car, and another, a black sedan I didn't recognize. Inside, muffled voices from upstairs. My feet carry me up the stairs, each step a hammer blow to my chest. The bedroom door was ajar. I pushed it open. There she was. My wife, my Sarah, naked in our bed, wrapped around him. Jason, I learned later, her boss. Her gasp echoed as she scrambled for sheets. Mark! Oh God, it's not. Not what? I roared, voice breaking. Jason smirked, pulling on pants like it was nothing. Get out, I snarled at him. He left without a word, brushing past me. Sarah sobbed, reaching for me. Please, let me explain. It was a mistake. I was lonely. You're always working. Lonely? The word ignited fury. Lonely enough to fuck him in our bed. I grabbed my things, blind with rage. She begged, tears streaming, but I couldn't hear over the collapse inside me. Trust, love, it all crumbled like wet sand. The divorce was ugly. Lawyers, assets split, friends choosing sides. I moved out, started over. Therapy helped unpack the wreckage. My neglect from overwork, her unmet needs. But betrayal? That scar ran deep. I dated sporadically, but walls stayed up. 5 years, and I'd built a life, solitary but mine. Now, her voice on the phone pulled me back. Mark, I have to tell you something. A pause, heavy with unspoken weight. My mind raced. What? Remarried? Sick? Jason and I, we had a child. A boy. He's 4 now. The world tilted. A child. His? Ours? No, timeline didn't fit. Wait. 5 years ago. He's yours, Mark, she rushed on, voice trembling. I found out after you left. I was scared, ashamed. Jason said he'd raise him, but he left us last year. And our son, he asked about his dad. I couldn't lie anymore. Mine. The word echoed, cracking open old wounds. Anger flared. How dare she hide this? But beneath it, a flicker. Hope? Heartbreak twisted anew. Why now? I whispered. Because I never stopped loving you. And he deserves to know you. I hung up, phone slipping from numb fingers. Staring at the ceiling, emotions crashed. Fury at her deceit, sorrow for lost years, a tentative joy for this boy I didn't know. Closure? Not yet. But as dawn broke, I realized the call wasn't an end. It was a beginning, raw and uncertain. I'd meet him, confront her. Trust might be gone, but family? That pulled deeper than betrayal ever could.